This is your guide to Hypixel Bedwars challenges, where I show you the best tips and tricks to complete every Bedwars challenge in Hypixel. Today's challenge, Woodworker. This challenge begins to test your resource management to the maximum. One wrong purchase and that might just be game over for you. As for all of my guides, this will be shown in doubles, but you can use the same tips and tricks in solos, trios, and fours, and you should do just fine. By the way guys, there's a glitch with the subscribe button, so double check and make sure that you are subscribed. Now, let's get into it. For this challenge, you'll need to win a game, but you can only purchase and pick up items made out of wood, and you also can't use your ender chest because that's not made out of wood. The number one thing to note off the start is absolutely do not let anybody get obsidian. Since you can't upgrade past a wooden pickaxe, you're not going to be able to win the game unless you wait for beds broken. And ain't nobody waiting a half hour.
No, go!
Let's go! Damn obsidian! Number two thing to note is you're going to want to play a smaller map. For those of you that have ranks such as myself, we have a lovely little thing called map selector. I recommend you use that. For those of you that don't, well, that sucks. Anyways, I recommend Toro. Toro has a first rush that's pretty short, so you don't need to use as many blocks because you're not going to be able to purchase as many. Now, bridging is a little bit of an issue just because you can only purchase wooden planks, and that costs 4 gold, so it's kind of expensive. But that's really the only option. But since we selected Toro, a nice small map, we're able to not need to bridge as far. You're only going to need to probably have to bridge halfway because your opponents are going to most likely bridge the rest of the way. Once you take out your first rush and eliminate them, you need to utilize their resource generator as much as possible. Since you can't ender chest anything also, I do recommend just spending all the resources you get at any shop. Remember to get those diamond upgrades such as sharpness because you're not going to be able to get armor. You can still buy prot, it'll help a little bit, but it really is not going to do a lot. You also don't want the game to run too long. If you start to let the game run a long time, the other teams are going to get a lot more upgrades, and that's going to be your kryptonite. You're not going to be able to buy armor or any swords, so you're going to have to take them on with raw skill and talent. And if you're like me, there's not a lot of it. If this does happen where the other teams stack, I recommend getting a knockback stick. And as long as you're comfortable, I would take the tall bridge fights and then try to smack people off of them. If you still have your bed, you can just suicide them, which is where you jump off knowing you're gonna die, but you kill them in the process. Other than that guys, just play the game to your liking. Once you get a good amount of loot and you get around the map, it's a pretty easy W from there on out. Hopefully this guide helped you guys out. If it did, it'd mean a lot if you could like the video and also consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments if it helped you out. Other than that guys, that's all for me. Peace, love, and Wi-Fi.